If confined to a desert island, this is a game I would take with me. There isn't a single aspect that I dislike, hitting each note of the chord of a masterpiece. Eschatos is Greek for last, but in reference to time or events. With an Earth invaded and our moon captured, we represent the final hope for our world. We're going to take the fight to them. This is it. This is final. Masterpiece. Eschatos deviates from the norm in featuring no upgrades, at least in its normal game mode. With 3 weapon types, the ship is equipped with all it needs. Each has its shortcomings, but the game balances the experience around switching to pronounce their strengths. A range-reduced wide shot isn't a con when you can make a shot change when needed, and a shield that can't defend our sides while absorbing most enemy fire can be deployed for offensive use. There is always a path to route and maneuver through, and if caught in a maelstrom beyond what the shield can endure, the game is generous with the bombs it'll drop as pickups and the extends it'll reward. With a score multiplier that increases from each wave without an enemy straying, and a bonus that also gets multiplied the faster it's done, Eschatos encourages weapon transitions to see them as complements of one. The experience flows seamlessly across 5 stages. They are divided into 26 areas, each with their own challenge to keep things fresh, but at no point do you encounter a level result screen, or does the stage fade out to the next. It keeps going. While Eschatos has a definite arcade feel, a game that would be at home in any true arcade, the approach elevates it to feel like something more. As if you're moving towards a destination, it becomes a journey, a notion emphasized further by its soundtrack. Man, it's one that I've bought and listened to frequently, especially the songs The Point of No Return and Stellar Light. Songs that won't just keep me focused on the game, but have me thinking of the existential. Infuse that energy into game sequences. It's transcendent, so cool. Final scores can be uploaded to an online leaderboard along with a replay, which can be downloaded from others to learn from. A run score has an added benefit though, working as XP towards unlockable options. There are a total of 50 available, with the first being a continue. Like in RPG, the first levels are easy to grind out, but exponentially harder later. At 18 hours, I was level 34. The hardest difficulty, ironically eponymous, is obtained at 17. The name of each is dead on, chiefly in terms of a 1cc. Easy is easy, perfect for beginners, what I started on years ago. Bullets are small and few. Hardest is a true antithesis of that. Shots aren't just dense, but compacted, sometimes as big as a ship. You'll never have enough shield. Endless is an endless loop, starting on easy and up the ladder each cycle, but no matter what's chosen or how one does, each run is contributing towards rewards, and that's awesome. That's not all to Eschatos. 2 other game modes are available, Advanced and Time Attack. Advanced mode follows more of a traditional shmup format, where your initial firepower is weak, becoming stronger through power-ups. The strength of the normal game is had at level 4 out of 6, with the max not as strong but close to what can be imagined. The shield gauge is reduced the stronger you are, which a golden bomb can address. I try to avoid it, but try being operative. They function like bombs, but de-level the ship's power by 1. Bonus points are given for many on-screen bullets when used, as there is another point system in place. Advanced mode is, as implied, a more technical take on the game. Time Attack provides a playthrough of Eschatos on normal, but in lieu of lives and points is a timer. You're given 90 seconds to beat the game, with extensions given per area, and deaths reducing the clock by 5 seconds. While Time Attack does sound daunting, and everyone's skill level does vary, my first run ended with a good margin. Of the 3 modes, it is my least favorite, but I'm glad it's there. Eschatos is feature rich, but it keeps going. On Steam, I had to make a separate purchase, but the Xbox 360, Switch, and PS4 versions come bundled with Judgement Silversword and Cardinal Sins. It's crazy to think that what began from winning contest entries would flourish into future games. The Wonderswan Color, although exclusive to Japan, I recall reading about in gaming magazines and wanting one as a kid. How can one not be in awe by what was playable on a handheld in 2001? They look just as amazing as they play, with the foundation of Eschatos almost complete. Of the 2, Judgement Silversword provides a traditional experience. It's not easy, and even reaching the final boss is a feat in itself. It can feel a bit long, and the music monotonous, but that's never dissuaded me from picking the game back up. Inspired by the 7 deadly sins, Cardinal Sins consists of a series of themed challenges. It possesses the spontaneity that will follow in Eschatos, keeping expectations unchecked. Sloth makes me laugh, implying you'll be in need of a dozen or so lives if you just want to see the game through. You don't end up keeping the lives, by the way. You are rated on how well you met the objective, and with a sin like Rat proposing I don't die, my grades tend to be scattered. As a package, the 2 Wonderswan games can stand alone, and are definitely worth delving into. Eschatos ranks among my favorite games of all time, one of the first that comes to mind with the word shmup. Genre fans have been vocal in their praise, and developers have referenced it as inspiration for their own work. Not only does it provide engaging gameplay for both new and veteran, but it also achieves it by approaching things uniquely. It's an experience, and that's if you consider just the normal mode. With the wealth of content beyond it, it's hard not to recognize Eschatos as something special. It's a game I've championed since I first played it, and now that it's available across several platforms, there is no better time to check it out. Mankind requires saving. Show the alien threat what you can do. Thanks for watching. Zero Ranger, Blue Revolver, and now Eschatos. I've covered the shmups that started my journey on PC. It feels amazing. The whole experience of documenting everything and having my thoughts reflected in video form. There is definitely more that I want to cover and do intend to get to them in time. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you have any thoughts, please leave a comment, and or if you found potential in me and what I can produce, please subscribe. Again, thank you all and have a good one.